Rejoice, everyone! Our king has been blessed with a new baby!
Prince Edward was born amid lots of love and attention. Another baby boy was born on the same day as the prince. His name was Tom. However, Tom's family was very poor. The prince grew up receiving lots of love from everyone around him. On the other hand, Tom never had enough food to eat, and even had to fight the terrible cold of each winter. Both the prince and Tom grew into fine young boys. One day, Tom went out and took a walk to the palace. During his walk, Tom saw a handsome boy in the yard. I wonder if that is Prince Edward. Tom was wondering when a palace guard spotted him.
Hey, you! Get out of here!
The guard tried to kick Tom out of the palace, but the handsome boy stopped him.
Take this poor boy up to my room.
Then Prince Edward turned to Tom.
I am Edward, the prince of this country. Who might you be?
My name is Tom Canty, Your Highness.
I see. Bring this boy some food.
The prince ordered his servants.
Tom, what do you do every day?
I play things like war games with my friends, or go fishing or swimming, Your Highness.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
The prince felt envious of Tom.
Say, we look so similar, don't we? Why don't we exchange our clothes?
So, Tom and the prince exchanged their clothes and stood in front of a mirror together.
You and I look exactly alike. This is wonderful.
They did not change their clothes back. Excited, the prince went out of the palace with a smile.
You! I got into trouble because of you, boy! Nyah!
The palace guard from earlier came up to him and smacked him in the head.
How dare you hit the prince in the head?
The prince scolded the guard angrily, but the guard only laughed at him. The guard didn't believe that he really was the prince. So the prince had no choice but to go to Tom's house.
Where have you been all this time, boy?
Shouted Tom's father, grabbing the prince roughly.
Hey, take your hands off of me! I am Edward, the prince of this country.
Ha! You played prince once too often, and now you have finally gone mad. Hurrah!
Angry, Tom's father gave the prince a good beating.
Oh, my poor Tom! You have had so little to eat that you are jabbering nonsense now.
Tom's mother cried as she took care of the prince. At dawn, the following day, the prince sneaked out of Tom's house and ran away. Tom, on the other hand, was having a blast. Wearing gorgeous clothes, he admired himself in a mirror and mimicked the prince's noble way of walking. Whoa! What a great room! Tom was stunned by the nice furniture and decorations in the prince's room. However, Tom started getting anxious as time passed, so he told everyone the truth about who he really was. "I am not the prince. I am Tom County." Gossip spread quickly throughout the palace.
The prince is acting very strangely these days.
Finally, the king, Henry VIII, gave an order.
It is probably because he is too tired from studying too much. When he gets some rest, he will be fine again, and the gossip will go away.
That's right. He will be back to being the smart prince we all know and love.
However, Tom kept embarrassing himself in front of everyone.
Yum! I've never tried this before, but it sure is delicious.
He ate the food on the table in a hurry with his fingers.
Your Highness, let's review what you learned during your last French lesson.
But Tom could not answer any questions because he had never attended school. The king became very worried.
Edward, what is going on with you these days?
Tom felt sorry for the king.
I will have to fill in the prince's shoes until he comes back.
I don't know when I might die, so I shall appoint the prince to be the crown prince.
And so, Tom became the crown prince of the country.
Everyone! Prince Edward has become the crown prince!
Tom was happy, but he was nervous and frightened too.
Oh, I hope the prince comes back soon for the sake of the king.
In the meantime, Tom began to act more carefully, like the real prince. A few days later, people held a festival to celebrate the appointment of the new crown prince.
What is this festival about?
The prince asked a person.
Today is the day Prince Edward becomes the crown prince.
What? But I am the real crown Prince Edward.
The prince shouted as he ran toward the crowd. But nobody believed him and beat him up instead. At that moment, a man came to the prince's rescue.
Hey, how can you beat such a young boy? Do not worry. My name is Miles Hendon, and I will take care of you.
The man quickly took the prince's hand and led him away from the crowd. Hendon took the prince to an inn.
You are covered with filth. Why don't you go wash up?
Hendon said, but the prince just stared at him.
What is wrong? Why won't you go wash up?
I never wash myself.
Does this boy really believe that he is the real prince? Well, I will just play along for now.
Hendon did whatever the prince asked him to do. The prince was very pleased with Hendon.
Thank you, Miles Hendon. You may go get some rest now.
He does seem very noble and mature.
Hendon became more and more impressed by the prince.
Hendon, give me your sword. I will appoint you a knight, since you have saved me.
It seemed ridiculous, but Hendon kneeled down anyway. The prince appointed him a knight.
Thank you, Your Highness. I will dedicate my life to serving you.
One day, while Hendon was out, a man came for the prince. Without suspecting anything, the prince followed the man. But it turned out he was someone Tom's father had sent.
Damn you, boy! How dare you run away from me?
Tom's father forced the prince to go beg and steal.
No, I can't do that.
The prince experienced much hardship, but he was able to learn a lot from his experiences. When Hendon discovered that the prince was missing, he went out to look for him.
He might be crazy, but he is my prince, and I shall find him.
When Hendon finally found the prince, he took him to his hometown with him. However, they were tricked by one of Hendon's relatives and got locked up in prison. Not long after that, the prince received the news of the king's death.
Oh, my father has passed away, but I didn't even know about it.
Broken-hearted, the prince cried for his father. Before long, Hendon and the prince were freed from prison. The prince hurried to London with Hendon. It was the day of the coronation. Oh, Prince Edward must show up before it's too late. Tom was dressed up for the ceremony, but he was very worried. Just as the crown was being lowered onto the head of the fake prince, Tom, a boy who looked very poor, came into the hall. It was the real Prince Edward. When the guards tried to drag the boy out of the hall, Tom knelt down before the prince. "Oh, that is our real prince!" However, the prince and the boy looked so alike that people couldn't figure out who the real prince was. At last, they decided to test them by asking them a question, the answer to which was something only the real prince would know.
Okay, then. Where is the great seal of the king kept?
Go to my room, and you will find it inside my armor.
The prince answered correctly, and everyone realized who the real prince was. And so, Prince Edward was crowned King of England. And thanks to his experiences as a poor boy, he ruled his country well.